Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are taking a look at the new 1.10 Minecraft update. Yeah, so it says 1.10 in the new blocks. Anyway, so 1.10 just came out, and I thought it was coming out in a long time, but the snapshots came, and then a few weeks later, we have the actual update, and you can see them in 1.10 in the top left up there. So, yeah, I've got a list of important things, and it looks like some of the mobs down there have despawned, so I'll get those back in, but, yeah, so this new feature called Autojump is a thing, which pretty much when you walk up to a block, you just jump up it. This is really weird. I'm not pressing space, I'm just pressing forward. It doesn't work backwards. I don't really know how I feel about this one. I mean, it's okay, I guess. I feel like there's this weird thing where, like, sometimes you'll keep sprinting as you go up, but sometimes you won't, and that's the big thing for me is, do I keep sprinting or not? See, I kept sprinting there, but then I just stopped, so I don't know. That's weird. So yeah, auto jump, you can turn it off by going into options, controls, right here, and I'm going to turn it off. So now if I walk up to this block, you can see I just kind of, do nothing. Okay, so the new thing, chunk borders. This is really cool. If you don't know what the chunk is, it's sort of a 16 by 16 series of blocks that goes up, all the way up and all the way down. And this is how the game is loaded in. So you can see, like, if I go into my render distance, 15 chunks, that's 15 times 16 blocks, and that's how far I can see. Now this is useful for finding spawn chunks, and I'll just show you. So if you press F3 and G at the same time, boom, you get chunk borders. It shows you the chunk borders, which is super useful. You don't have to, like, look at your F3 screen and be like, wow, this number is divisible by 16, so I'll go here and I gotta find the edge, so I'm gonna toss blocks around and log out for 5 minutes or whatever. Now you just press F3 and G, and it'll display in the chat this message. Anyway, so yeah, that is super useful and really awesome. So yeah. Next thing, there's this new block called the bone block. It's a directional block, so you can see it goes up, but then there's like a top to it, sort of. And so, but now if I push it on the side, it faces this way, so it's sort of like a tree trunk, except that it's made out of bone meal. So you can see, if I take a crafting table and bone block. Yeah, so it's just a decoration block. It's not like used for anything really. You can find them, however, like underground, fossils. So there are these fossils underground that will spawn, and they have coal and bone blocks in them, and they're like sort of like a rib cage from what I've seen. I haven't found one in this world yet, but yeah, so that's pretty cool. And so you can get a bunch of free bone blocks. Now what I do wonder about is whether if you place it in the crafting table, yep, you will get 9 bone meal back, so that is pretty useful. You can get a ton of bone meal for finding a fossil. Alright, the next thing is the magma block. It's not in my texture pack, and I don't think any of these are, but I should probably just turn off my texture pack, actually. One second. Okay, back in the default texture pack, pretty much this block here, yeah, you can see it looks the same, although those ones are different. Anyway, so this block is the magma block, spawns in the nether, and you can see if I go into game mode 0, it deals damage to me from standing on it. Pretty fast. You can make, traps with these, I guess, if you want, but mostly they're just around in the nether. I don't think you can craft anything with them. They deal damage too, so you gotta watch out for them. They're not craftable, they don't craft into anything, but they're kind of cool, and hostile mobs will spawn on them, but don't attempt to make a mob farm out of these because it's just way too expensive. Okay, so the next block is the nether wart block. So this is a block of nether wart. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's a decoration block. It's pretty cool, actually. I kind of like this one. It's crafted by going like this. Drip. You get your nether wart block, and it does not go back. Okay, so moving on, the next thing is the red nether brick. So you can see that they got a lot of the nether blocks. Magma block, nether wart block, red nether brick. What is going on behind me? Oh no, that's the polar bear. There's polar bears, by the way. So this one's crafted, as you can see, like this, and it's looks like this. I believe they spawn in nether fortresses, but I'm not totally sure on that one. So you can see, just do this and wait, I forgot. No, it's diagonal like that. Yeah, and then you get your black. Wait. Next item on the list is the polar bear. So we now have polar bears. They spawn in cold biomes, and they are neutral, so they won't attack you unless you attack them. You cannot tame them, but baby polar bear, so cute. If there's a baby polar bear near an adult polar bear, the adult polar bear will attack you no matter what, so watch out for that. They take a long time to kill. If I get out my sword here, 5 hits from a diamond sword, and they will drop fish or cooked fish because, you know, they fish because they're polar bears. And let's just get you some friends. Okay. Next mob is the husk, right? That's what it's called. No, that's the husk. This is the stray. Now this is like a skeleton. I did not spawn it with the bow. I forgot to do that. Yeah, so I messed up on that part. They have a bow though. And they have these rags, and they will spawn in any biome, I believe. And when they're very fast, so if you charge at them, they will back away. And when they shoot you, they give you slowness. So these guys are really difficult. You pretty much have to have a bow, because if you have slowness, it might even be slowness 2, and you're trying to run at one of these guys, they will back up, unlike a normal skeleton. So really watch out for them. Carry a bow if you're going out at night, because these guys are insane. Now the next one is the husk. This is a variation of the zombie, and they have these rags. They only spawn in warm biomes, unlike the polar bear, although the stray spawns anywhere. They only spawn in warm biomes, like I believe mesa, desert, and when they attack you, you get hunger. Depending on the difficulty level, the hunger will last longer or shorter, and they do not burn in the daylight, which is why he doesn't have a ceiling, but this one does. Alright, so those are the mobs. I think maybe these guys are a little more durable. When you kill a stray, they have a chance of dropping arrows of slowness also. Anyway, so now these blocks, well, what are these? These are some pretty crazy blocks. You can only get them using commands, so /give at P, that's the nearest player, structure _ block. Then I get a block, structure block. Right now it's in data mode. Change it to save mode, change it to load mode, change it to corner mode. Now, these all have a different function, and they're super complicated, so I'm not going to go over them in this video. I'll do a completely separate video on them, so you guys can look forward to that. But these guys are for like saving a structure and pasting it somewhere else, and you can even save it outside of the world that you're in, so that you can paste it into a completely another world. So these are really useful for map creators and people who create large like redstone builds, which is something that I do. I don't know, I'm posting a video soon about one of those. And yeah, so these are really useful, although obviously you can't get them in survival mode. You have to use this command. So yeah, so next thing, there's a new data tag that gives, it's called NoGravity, that does exactly what it sounds like. So if I do /summon boat, for example, summon it like 10 blocks above me, and then I do NoGravity 1. See, I summon this boat. It has no gravity, so I can get in it, I can row it around, and it's super fun. You can do this with horses too, but I decided not to do the horse because then I'd have to tame it. And yeah, the new boats in 1.9 stuff I haven't really tried out yet. And obviously if you crash them, they don't break because it's the fixed boats. Yay! Anyway, this is super fun. You can go across the ocean in a freaking flying boat. I don't know, these are great. There's one more thing on this line, so I'll just go down here. Alright, /teleport. So there's this new command. It used to be /TP the player, you know, whatever. But now, you can teleport people relative to you by having, I'm not exactly sure how to do it, you have to look it up, but for those of you that, like, create, I don't know, like, maybe you could use this in a, man, you're making a lot of noise over here, maybe you could use this in an adventure map, maybe you just use this to mess with your friends, but, this is pretty useful, because in the past you'd have to have the exact coordinates. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Look forward to the video on structure blocks, and yeah, bye. End recording.